Now, once you imported your contacts, here is how you send them into a marketing campaign. So that way the automated messages start to send out to all of the new list of leads or the batch of leads that you just uploaded. Now, if you followed the video correctly, as far as how to import leads, you should have tagged that batch of leads with a certain tag or a title, right? And so what you'll want to do just to sort through and only send this new batch of leads to a campaign instead of everybody you've always had inside of your entire CRM, what you'll do is you'll filter it by tag. You can filter by tags by two ways. Here, you can type it in. So whatever that batch leads that you just uploaded that you're ready to send the campaign, whatever that tag was that you created for that batch, start typing it in here. And so if it was, maybe it was a date, or whatever the name of the tag was, the type of leads, whatever you tag that batch of leads, you can start typing it in here, and it will only show the people and the contacts that have that specific tag. So make sure you type out that entire tag. Or another way that you can filter by tags is underneath more filters, type in tag right here, click tag, and then select tag is, and then whatever you tagged that batch of leads, right? So you'd want to select it, and whoever would have that tag would only show up. And so once you have everybody filtered, you'll want to select them all, that new batch that you uploaded, right? You have your tag, it's only showing the people with that tag. And you can select all by tapping this icon right here, and it will select everybody. Now, keep in mind, there might be multiple pages, right? So up here at the top, it'll say, hey, there's this many selected, or do you want to select everybody with that has that tag, right? And so just make sure that you have all the new batch of leads selected. And once again, it'll give you a couple different options up here if there's multiple pages, because it only shows like 20 per page. And you'll see at the bottom that you can toggle between additional pages as well. But make sure everyone is selected here. And then what you'll want to do to add them to a campaign is right here, the robot, add to campaign, click OK, proceed. And then this drop down will show you the campaigns that you have created, right? The marketing campaigns, the SMS campaigns. So select the campaign that you want to send these leads through. And then what I recommend doing is you can do it all at once, but if it's a larger list, I recommend dripping it, which means essentially saying, hey, start on this day and this time, send 20 leads through this marketing campaign every 5 minutes or 10 minutes or one day, just to spread it out a little bit. That way you're not blasting everyone at once. Or if you do want to schedule everyone at once, you can do that as well. Or you can also schedule at a time. So you say, hey, I don't want this to campaign to start sending right now. Let me schedule it to start sending at this day and this time. You can do that as well. As well as you have to name this event. I just recommend naming it the tag that you created or whatever works best for you. Once you are completed with that, you'll want to click, let me see here, put an example, add to campaign. You're going to see it's going to load. And then you'll see it says your bulk action has been scheduled. It can take a few minutes to start sending out here and there. Don't worry about it if you're not sending out right away. Sometimes it can take usually up to 15 minutes to start sending. But any mass bulk action that you did, say if you just want to send this 100 leads through here, you just uploaded 100 contacts and you just sent them all into a campaign like I just showed, you can see any pending bulk actions underneath bulk actions right here. And it will show you all the details. So hey, it'll say, hey, complete, which means it sent all of the messages, or pending, which means it's going to here and shortly. So you can just see to make sure that it did send out that campaign, or it's in the queue to send out soon. And so that is how you upload a list to a campaign. Now, what will happen after the messages will start sending out, the automated messages underneath your conversations, you're going to start seeing people reply to those automated messages. Now, here's something to take note of. Typically, people who do not want to be contacted or don't want to hear from you, you're going to hear from them very quickly. And so don't be upset when you send out 100 leads and 100 text messages and all of a sudden a bunch of people come in and say stop or leave me alone. Those are typically the people that will weed themselves out first. And then the text messages that send out the next day, a few days later, or even 2 weeks later, or up to a month later, those leads will be a lot more quality. And the probability of closing those leads, the one that respond to the later automated text messages, is a very high. It has a very high conversion rate because there's zero pressure behind them responding to a text message and wanting to book an appointment. So once again, expect all the people who do not want to be heard from to reply first, and then the good ones will start to trickle through later on, and you do have a high probability of closing those good leads. So you don't need a ton of people to respond positively. You only need a few good ones, and once again, the chances of converting those are very high. So stay patient as the automated messages start sending out and those better leads start to come through.